Hello, Gemini, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. Okay, guys, so we are in the month of March. That got here quickly. So let's see what's going on with you guys, okay? So this is going to be your March general reading. Just see what the cards come out with. And this is going to be for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I know you guys are always asking that question. So let's see what's going on for the sign of Gemini. Okay, what is going on for the sign of Gemini? March 2018. What is happening with the sign of Gemini? Okay, so the energy that you guys have is a Six of Swords, okay? So there definitely may be something that you guys are moving away from this month, something that may just really drain your emotions, something that's tough for you to move away from. But with the Ten of Wands in the verse, by moving away from this, you're definitely, releasing a big burden here. We have the King of Wands followed by the Five of Wands, so it could possibly be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius that you're dealing with who's being promiscuous, who's not being honest. But whatever here is ending, it's ending due to a sense of instability because somebody here is just not being honest with their intentions. Now, the first card that we have for the past is the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So with the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, there's a choice that's being made. There's balance that you're finding in a situation. And you have the King of Swords. So you made a choice that was really going to benefit you, something that you felt good and strong about. Okay, you're very strategic about it. You just didn't want to take any crap. All right. And we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. For some of you, you could have been dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn who's kind of stagnant or at a standstill. Or this could be a sense of a decision that you're making to not move forward. Okay, because with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, this is someone who, if they're even moving at all, you can barely see the movement. It's someone who stays stagnant or stays still in a situation until they find a path that's going to be good for them. Okay. The next card that you guys have is the Karma card in the reverse. So in this deck, this replaces the Judgment card. So this would be the Judgment card in the reverse here. So a bad call that you make or that someone else makes in your life. Okay, and the Hermit card in the reverse. So with the Hermit card in the reverse, you could be coming out of a sense of solitude, or there could be a sense of you dealing with a situation that you don't have all the facts on. Okay. All right, and you have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So this this Earth energy is following you guys. All right, so with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, again, maybe you're dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But if that's the case, whether it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or just any other sign or you, this person is going to be someone who is acting very stubborn, maybe acting immature in a sense, but someone that just doesn't feel stable in a situation. Someone who feels like they've invested a lot of time in the situation, but they haven't gotten the return on their investment, whether it be with love, whether it be with, a financial, project or just anything that you were trying to do. Or that they were trying to do. And the last card that you have is the Ten of Cups in the reverse for the past. So there could be a sense of, unhappiness and dissatisfaction on the home front. This could also be a sense of you faking your happiness, in a situation. And with the Three of Pentacles, you're talking, you're working on things, you're building things. If you're dealing with another person, then you're really trying to understand them. And, tell them, hey, we have the same goal here, so let's do this. And you have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So whether it's you or somebody else, someone is very guarded in the situation, okay? And we have the Lovers card in the reverse. So this could be a fallout between two people. This could be, at minimal, arguing. And it doesn't have to be with an intimate person or someone that you're intimate with, rather. This could just be a close friend. It could be a family member, okay? But I feel like you guys are just going with the flow. And with the Queen of Swords here, You're in a place where you're going to cut out anything that's negative or detrimental, okay, at that point. In your present moment, you have the Two of Wands in the reverse. So with the Two of Wands in the reverse, there's a sense of feeling very lost, feeling like you don't know what path you want to go down, or if the path you want to go down is even good for you. And you have the Six of Wands. So with the Six of Wands, this is a card about pride. This is a card about victory. This is a card about, winning and kind of having that parade and celebrating. Okay. There's something here where there could be some sort of arguments with someone from your past or someone that you're close to, where you feel lost, but either you want victory here or you're getting victory in this situation. Okay. The next card you guys have is the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Could be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Okay, but this is someone here who is just being a diva. Someone who's being over the top. Someone who's passionately angry about a situation. Alright, and with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, there's an imbalance here. There's someone who's doing more than the other person. Okay, this could be with work too. Maybe you feel like you do so much at work, but you don't get paid for the work that you do. Alright, and you have the King of Pentacles. So it could be with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, where there's an imbalance. Someone here is upset. Someone here is over the top. And with the High Priest and the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, maybe your goal here is to move forward with this person. Especially if you're single and you're trying to get into a relationship, or if you're just trying to strengthen and solidify a relationship, it could totally be that. But there's a sense of worry here that something that you want may not come in. Or maybe someone wants something from you, but you guys don't want to take it. Okay, but there's a new start that you're looking for here. Next card that you guys have is the Ace of Wands. So with the Ace of Wands, definitely a new start that you guys are very passionate about, that you feel really good about. And you have the Five of Wands here. So it feels like you're arguing or bickering or just going back and forth with someone or a group of people. Just feeling a lot of tension with the situation. And again, King of Wands in reverse. So if this is with work, you could be dealing with someone who is just very difficult to deal with. Someone who can just get, very angry, get over the top, or they just really get in their heads about their authority. This could also be a sense of you guys dealing with someone who's being promiscuous, okay? Or maybe you guys being promiscuous in a situation. But there's something here that you guys are really fighting for and wishing for. And it's like you have that tunnel vision where anything that deters you or tries to deter you, you're going to cut it out of your life. But there's something that you guys definitely have your eye on. Now, moving forward, the first card here is the Five of Cups in reverse. So if there's any sense of loss, any sense of sadness, something that just doesn't feel good for you, you get over it, okay? It does subside. And you have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So definitely a burden that you release, okay? But there's definitely a loss that you feel by releasing this burden. But whatever this is, you guys get through it at this point. So maybe you guys let somebody go, okay? Or maybe there's just a situation or a job that you just don't want to be part of anymore. And we have the Seven of Swords. So whether it's you or someone else, someone's being deceptive, someone's not being honest about a situation, someone is trying to keep something on the low. And with the Sun card here, whatever this is going to come to light. Okay. With the Eight of Cups in reverse, you guys might turn your back on a situation or a person and walk away when this deceptiveness comes out. And with the Death card in reverse, at the time that this happens, this could definitely be something that's difficult because you might still have an investment in this person, but you still, may have to move away, or vice versa. All of this could be vice versa, guys. The last card that you have is a Chariot in reverse, where you just feel like you have no control over the situation. Okay. We have the Five of Pentacles. So, someone here is getting rejected. Someone here is getting left out in the cold. All right. And you have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Guys, I hate doing, readings that are tense like this because I'm high vibrations, okay? I'm here for the good stuff. But there's some sort of injustice that's going to cause a sense of instability. All right, so if this is coming from your end, ask yourself if it's worth losing what you have or may want. But for a lot of you, I feel like it's going to be someone that you may be dealing with, okay? Because you guys are trying to do the best to keep your power and to, remain good in a situation. But there's definitely, issues here. Now let me just, I realize I only put one card to clarify this Five of Cups in the reverse for the future. So let's get one more card here. Strength card in the reverse. So guys, look, there's arguments. There's something here that you're trying to force, or that someone is trying to force on you. And it's not, I just don't think it's for you. Okay? Whatever this is, there's too much struggle to have it. You have to ask yourself, is it worth all of this? Because it's like you're happy with certain things, but there's other people who might not be on board. Okay? You want victory over something that might not even be worth the win. Okay? I'm going to pull you guys 3 cards of advice just because I want to, get into this a little deeper, and then I'll pull your Earth Magic Oracle card. All right. Let's see what's going on with my Geminis. What is going on with Gemini? Give me 3 cards of advice here. 3 cards of advice for the sign of Gemini. I feel like there's a decision here that you guys are really trying to weigh out in your head, okay? Something where maybe you're waiting on someone, or maybe you're just prolonging a very important decision that you have to make. But there's something here that I feel that you're passionate about, or a path that you want to go down, where there could be a fallout or something unconventional that happens here that at the very minimum, it's going to cause arguments between you and another person, or could, legit just cause a fallout in a relationship, all right? So definitely something that you guys may need to let go of for March. Okay. All right. So let's see what your advice is for this month. I'm not going to lie to you guys. There's part of me that I'm just like, wow, this is serious stuff. Maybe I should, stop this and re-record. But that would be so unhonest on my part. That would be very dishonest, rather. So, no, I can't do that. And that's what the thing is, guys. I know I get a lot of shit from people sometimes because it's like, Lissette, that was tough, I get that. But just know, as readers, we do have the option to get another reading in. But, no, we have to deal with the issue at hand, When life gives us bad cards, we don't get to reshuffle, We have to deal with what's there. So let's see what you guys are going through right now and how we can get through this. What card of advice does Gemini need to hear? Okay. Tree. Grounding. Okay, so this is not a card I pull often, so I'm going to read you guys the advice portion here. Okay. Here we go. All right. You have been feeling scattered and spacey lately. You are not fully in your body, and that is because you have not been able to get grounded. This is quite literal in that your body is made of the materials of the earth. So when you feel disconnected from your body, you are inevitably connected from earth. So get yourself grounded. You can do so quite simply. With your feet firmly planted on the ground wherever you are, feel the etheric roots that extend into the earth. Follow your breath so that each time you exhale, you can imagine those roots going even deeper. Each time you inhale, draw up the loving, nurturing power of Earth Mother. As soon as you have a chance, go outdoors and sit or stand with your back supported by a tree. Feel its solidness and integrity. It is simply being a tree. Breathe in the essence of tree spirit and allow this to fill you up. Walk barefoot very slowly on the ground so that you can maintain this connection. That's very powerful, guys. Look, there's something here that it's really messing with you, okay? I feel the uneasiness that some of you may feel with this reading. Now, you have to ask yourself, what is it that you're fighting so hard for this month? And is it worth fighting for? I really feel like you guys should take the hanged man approach right now, where it's like you take a step back and you're still, right? Just be still for a moment. Stop fighting things. Stop getting so worked up over things. Stop, chasing certain situations, and just stop for a second. If you don't make any action for a day, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, who is still going to be there? Who is still going to be around? What is it in your life that is requiring constant, how do I want to say it? Constant watch. And do you have the time in your life to be a parent over this thing? Because that's basically what it is. It's like watching an infant child. I feel like there's something that you guys are really on top of that at this point, we're all adults. Someone, shouldn't require that much work. If this is, a sick parent or something, disregard everything that I'm saying. But if this is something where that person or the situation, they're able to change in a good way, or they're able to just make the situation much lighter by changing their actions, then it's up to them. There's only so much that we can do in a situation. You can take the camel to the water, but you cannot make that camel drink. So if you've been pulling the camel for miles and you're at that water and it's like, look, this is what you wanted, and they just look at you, come on. It comes to a point where it's insanity after a certain while, to go after certain things. I don't know what it is, guys, but there's something that is just, it's not working. And there needs to be a big change with this thing in order for you guys to get more grounded, in order for you guys to just be more content within yourself. And I think that the problem is that right now you're straying from what you may need as an individual. You've been putting so much effort into this that you kind of put yourself on the back burner. Okay? Now, something I definitely suggest, I always tell you guys meditation is great, but, a few weeks ago, I went to the beach, I watched the sunset, and it was just beautiful. And I know I'm in Florida, and a lot of you may not have the luxury of going to the beach, especially if you have seasons where you live. But, guys, get by a body of water, or get by something that is just going to really envelop you in nature. And just breathe. You'd be so surprised how restorative being close to, a body of water is. But I really feel like there's something that you guys have to break away from. There's something that you've been dealing with where you have to, and I'm not saying you got to walk away from it forever, but you kind of have to walk away. It's funny because I just, I signed up my son for jiu-jitsu recently, and I was talking to one of the parents today. And I was like, no, I already told my son, I don't care what the hell is happening unless he's sick. He's going to class. Like, I am very competitive, and I'm very, I want the best for him. And I know what he needs to do in order to get the best. So I really want to push it. And the person said, no, listen, as your mother, you know him. If he's genuinely just very distraught within himself or just very tired, you have to allow that break. And it kind of reminded me, oh my God, Lissette, you're an adult. Like, he's a 6-year-old. So I feel like that can apply here, where you're pushing and you're tired and you're fighting and you're really, really trying. And at this point, with all the efforts that you've been putting in, because I really feel like there's just someone not on board with you guys right now, is it worth that? I feel like you really need to take a step back and remember who you are as a person. Who am I at my core? Is this what I truly want for myself? Do I deserve this? Because for a lot of you, I don't think it's going to be something that's worth it. Okay? I think that once you take a step back and you're able to breathe and you're able to take a step outside and you're able to really meditate and just think to yourself about who you are and what you want and what you want to do in life, is this situation or is this person going to help you to get there? Or is this a distraction? Are you so far off course that you don't even realize you're off course? There's nothing scarier than being lost and not realizing that you're lost. That's dangerous. Okay? So get back into yourself, get back into your own head and ask yourself, is this worth it? Is this making me a better person, or have I been anxious? Have I been all over the place and scattered because of it? And anything that's not helping you guys grow, anything that's not making you feel good, I tell you guys this all the time. If you're in a room with a person and when you walk out you feel worse about yourself, please promise me that you'll never be in a room with that person again. Nobody, I don't care, blood, water, friends, family, cousin, I don't care who it is. If they're treating you like shit, nah, get out of that. You don't deserve that. And I think that that's a problem. We think that there's certain things that we have to put up with. No, there's not. Especially if you're in a place where you're trying to be self-sufficient. Okay, I understand that if you're living with people, you might have to deal with certain things. But for the most part, if someone's mistreating you, you have to find a way out. Okay, even if that means, getting home and just retreating yourself, retreating to your room and just kind of being in your head. But do the best that you can. And if there's a circumstance that you can't change or a person that you can't change, then work on a solution to get yourself out of that. Okay, if your problems are at home, if you're fighting a lot with your family and you're of age and you can move out and you can do your stuff, then instead of putting all the energy into fighting, put all that energy into finding another job just temporarily, just until you can get yourself out. Work on the solution, okay? Because we're constantly worrying about the problem. It's only going to make us feel like we have more problems. Once we start focusing on how can we move forward and how can this benefit me, that's when you start making change. But I feel like your back is against the wall with something. So are you going to let this pressure break you, or are you going to turn yourself into a diamond? All right? I want to see you guys be diamonds. Gemini, I love you. And I will be back in a few days, guys, with your love readings, okay? Good luck, guys. You come first, okay? Nobody but you. You come first.